Hey guys, it is like about 5:30 in the morning. We're surprisingly feeling pretty good for not getting any sleep, and we're gonna go for a run in the cold to get the day started before we go check out some Vinegar breweries.
So look at this. We're on our last leg to get to the black vinegar factory. So took a train into Kirishima, and now we've just hopped in a taxi and we're getting the final leg to get to this black vinegar pilgrimage. It's been quite, a 24 hours long travel. Definitely not adjusted to the time zones, but got up early and decided might as well just make it to the destination we were planning on. The whole trip based on, so let's see how it works out. Alright guys, so we finally got to the black vinegar fields. After a really long, grueling day of actually traveling, we finally arrived. We woke up this morning totally jet lagged, but determined to kind of get out here first thing, and took a little bit of time. We had to get on a train, take a taxi. Check this out. Wow, I can smell it. You immediately smell the essence of black vinegar in the air. It's really powerful. It smells like the ultimate, like when you're at a dumpling house and you smell that black vinegar flavor. It's totally in the air. Wow, it's got this nice umami. It's got a faint smell of balsamic, but
very familiar
with that kind of Asian black vinegar twist.
Almost like a sweet tinge.
Alluring. Wow.
Oh, it's so umami.
Wow. 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 The smell is unbelievable. This is one of the most fragrant smells I've ever smelled, especially when it comes to vinegar, the best. Really cool to actually see the process, to actually be able to aggregate a large amount of vinegar, but not in a industrial way whatsoever. I would say these ceramic pots are probably 10 or 15 gallons at the most. It's a very simple method. You can see they've got some kind of material that kind of stops bugs and different debris coming in, and then they've got the ceramic pot right over the top of it. And you can see the workers right now, we're pretty much going to each pot and just doing a quick stir and probably monitoring the process and moving on. Super simple but awesome manual process.
So what's really cool about this brew
That was a nice little spin.
Oh, let me try again. What's really cool about this brewing method is that it requires 0 kilowatt hours of energy. I saw something inside that was like 0 kilowatts. Like, this is totally passive. Like, there's no electricity. They're just hand stirring the pots every day to keep the acidification going and the oxidation, and then they just have a simple cloth and lid on top.
So you can see that they're just giving it a quick, like, 2-second stir. You can see the volcano in the middle of the bay, and it's actually is erupting, so you can see the smoke up top just kind of like billowing out to the west.
Okay, so they gave us a sample of the 3-year-old aged vinegar with a little bit of honey in it. I think maybe some soda water. Wow, it's really got this nice, almost aged funk. It's you can taste that there's a few years of character in it. It's crazy because it's clear, but the closest thing you can kind of imagine is like that taste of balsamic aged, and it's interesting because it's totally light, but it has that kind of dark note that you think of as a really dark aged balsamic.
Okay, you guys, I'm about to taste a little milk vinegar, which I don't think we've ever thought about milk vinegar, but I think they sweetened it with a little honey. Straight up like yogurt vibes. It's actually kind of viscous too. You can see that. I actually really like this. I think it's a thing. Like yogurt vinegar, why not?
We just finished our first vinegar tour We saw the field method a little bit. We didn't really get our hands dirty and close to the actual ceramics like we wanted to, but nonetheless it was really awesome. The smell of it was definitely the highlight, and the vinegar definitely had a really unique character. And so now we're gonna just meander this city, Kirishima, which is famous for the black vinegar, and see if we can locate more breweries and see if we can continue going down the path of learning more about black vinegar. So when it comes to the black vinegar, it's a very pure product. It only involves fresh spring water, koji, and malted rice. And you can see right here, this is the springs coming right through the town. So I'm guessing this is probably the water source for a lot of the vinegar, which is crucial for making great sake, but especially black vinegar as well. What's really unique is everywhere you go along the hillsides in this town, you find little patches of the ceramic pots aging everywhere. So above us, there's some there. If you look on the other side of the springs, there's some down here. It's really fun. It's just patches of these beautiful ceramic vinegars fermenting out in the natural sun.
I just ran up this hill just so I could show you guys another vinegar patch we found. Really does feel like a fruit orchard, but vinegar.
It's not every day that you walk around a town and everywhere you look, there's these giant artisan ceramic pots fermenting years old black vinegar. It's kind of unique in the fact that it's like a collective kind of community like ethos, and like it's got its own kind of identity out here to where, yeah, it's like, yeah, we ferment pots of vinegar out in the sun, and that's just what we do in our town.
Let's normalize outdoor brewing. I really like that. I just ran up that hill and saw like 5 more vinegar patches. I think a new piece of our quest is where we can buy some of these ceramics just like this and have it shipped to Hawaii. So we're gonna start asking around. We just walked by this one zone. We can actually smell it. So we're gonna see if we can follow our noses.
Maybe. Amazing. Wow.
Oh.
Taste it?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes.
Oh.
Taste we can do. We understand that. Buy, I don't know. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Pineapple. Oh, okay. I did hear pineapple is a thing. We really need your Google Translate.
That's pineapple. You like?
It's very nice.
Wow, that is so pleasant.
Plus,
Oh, that makes sense. Of vinegar plus juice. All right. That's why it's a little sweet. That they had next door, letting them know that we brew vinegar.
changes the flavor.
What we ran all that way for?
That is what, 2 months old. Very young. Oh, warm, warm. And then this is, feel the warmth. Wow. Smells sake.
Wow, that smells so good.
ここ約250弊社15,000
15,000?
50,000
Oh,
what?
of these?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Where do we buy one? You gotta ask that question.
全体
Everywhere.
全体
15,000 vats across this.
100,000.
Oh, 100,000 vats across this area. Wow. Okay, moment of truth. I think he's gonna let us taste it.
これスメル
Sake, alcohol.
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
it's still in the sake phase.
This
And
is
this is
9
from
months.
March. This is from October. So
It's
these,
beginning to mellow. It's still
these
very,
two smell
very
like
pricey.
sake?
Same one. even more mild. That one's still got a little bit of alcohol.
あの
Yeah, I do get the pungent, a little bit acidic.
これ
Wow. Okay, that's clarified.
Oh wow.
はい
It's beginning to smell.
Dip your finger and taste.
Wow, that's pretty pungent. Yeah, I
But
like
that's
that.
also very much more refined.
Look at him stir it up. You can see the rice starting to
ライス
come from the bottom.
Black koji? Koji?
麹
Delicious.
いい
Oh, take a little
Get
piece
some of
of
the rice.
ライス
I really taste a little bit of koji left in that.
これ OK?
It's one of my favorites. I just
Yeah.
3 years
Ooh,
Wow, I can smell
smells
that from over there.
phenomenal.
3 years.
Look at the essence on that.
Look how much darker it is than the other one. Wow.
And it's got total umami. That
That
smells
is beautiful.
unbelievable. Oh yeah. Phenomenal.
That is delicious.
3 years.
What do we got? What do we got now?
これ
How does it not
これ
evaporate?
スメル
Yeah.
Very cool.
it almost smells like a soy sauce. Koji flavor.
5 years
Ooh.
5 years.
Extreme complexity, super rounded.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god, look at the color on that. Wow. 5 years?
How does it? I don't
I'm gonna ask-
understand how they don't have it evaporate.
I'm gonna get my phone. I wanna ask.
Unbelievable. So 5 years, 3 years, couple like about 6 months, about 2 months. So these are all at different stages. How many years those over there? 5 years. So all of these over here are 5 years. And these are all the newer ones. The young ones, yeah.
It's spring
Springtime,
いや autumn
autumn,
こちら spring
last spring. So
Hey, you keep pouring.
こちら蒸発しないようにこれ
the paper. Okay.
紙ペーパー
Persistence pays off. As we walked along, we found several different little brewing stations. Some are small operated. They even map these out. All are color coded. So they have little maps of the field and note how old each of these vats are. And they're color coded and everything. That was really cool to see. And a really nice old man. There was a little language barrier, but he let us try very young, like 2 months old, about 6 month old, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year vinegars. And then we got to buy a few from him and actually share some of our vinegar with him, which was probably too sour for his taste because these are much more mild than our fruit vinegars, but absolutely incredible.
This is really one of the beautiful things about traveling to countries that really have a cultural strong place, or like just a strong place for food in their culture. Like this area of Japan it's culturally ingrained into them to do this black vinegar field method. We've been walking 2 or 3 miles all throughout Kirishima, and everywhere you go you see the ceramic pots, and it's just like so refreshing to see a culture as a whole kind of like accept something of this artisan nature and really kind of embrace it and continue to permeate it throughout their whole society, as well as their just kind of cultural identity. It's beautiful. It's so remarkable. Like it really is, I mean, aging in nature. This is nature aging. Like these ceramic pots are being specially created near Kyoto, and they're literally letting the sun just purely age it with the elements. I mean, this one brewery specifically is in the middle of a valley, and you can see the volcano across from the valley in the middle of the bay, and it's just picture perfect. And like you couldn't even describe a better place to live, let alone let your ferment live. And that's what they're doing.
If I was a vinegar, I would want to grow, age in the sun.